Hello, and welcome to City Cruise Live, where I'm going to do some more storyboarding for my visual novel, which I'll hopefully finish eventually. But we're up to our 9th episode, and I am still on the first day. So this is going to be a really long time before this whole thing actually comes together. I will say that I'm not really helping by procrastinating a lot on it, but I'm also busy with other stuff sometimes. But I will admit, if I just didn't procrastinate as much, I'd probably get more of it done. Last we left off, you were between going to the dance floor and not going to the dance floor, and we were just up to connect. Well, there was an option here that I put. Alright, I was just about to put in an option. So yeah, you say maybe later, we have a bit of a chat. So this is actually I don't know why this didn't save. I'm pretty sure I did something here, but it looks like it didn't save what I did. Anyway, so we got that, and then we got probably maybe we should stick together. And I don't know why, but I feel like I put the good parts to the left side of my flowchart more. Not always, but I feel like rearranging it this way. So if we stick together with Higashi, you'll be able to stop a fight that happens in the bar that he will get into. But if you say I guess so and just stay with Kaneko and you alone, then when Higashi does get into a fight, you won't be there to help him, and he's gonna lose the fight or something bad's gonna happen. And yeah. But if you do choose this route, either way. Oh, I got 181 followers now. I can thank Mario Maker for that. No one's watching this kind of stream. But anyway, we should stick together. So that'll be, you guys stick together, get to talk with Higashi and stop him, or at least have the possibility to stop a fight. In this one, you just won't be able to stop the fight, and there will be bad things that happen, but on the bright side, you might be able to get closer with Kaneko. So if that's something that you want to happen, we can make it happen. So I think those are good parts. And we have this one, which will also connect up with the Higashi fight. But I'll have to see how that works out. Alright, so let's just do these parts. We should stick together. Alright, I'm still not sure what drunk Kaneko is like. All I know is that she kind of expresses her feelings more towards the protagonist. But I don't want to make it too serious yet. Or I mean too obvious yet. And then once I finish this whole day, I'm gonna have to go back through it. Oh wait, what? I'm gonna have to go back through it and then revise things and make things longer, because I know this is definitely not perfect and it's definitely not final. And I'll have to go back through and make sure all the paths make sense no matter what you choose, or no matter how you choose, or what you can choose and can't choose and all that. And I still have to do this whole path, which is like technically another whole day, but in the same day in the storyline. Because I still got to do pretty much a whole new club scene here. But I don't think Higashi will get into a fight in this scenario. But in this one, he gets into a fight. But that would mean that Kaku would have to be the reason for the fight. Which I'm not too sure how that would happen. The only thing I can think of is Higashi overhears someone like talking bad about Kaku and Denki because they're just sitting in the corner of the bar and not doing much, just chatting and not even having alcohol. So like maybe Higashi overhears someone saying like, "What a loser those two are over there in the corner. They don't even do anything. Why are they even here?" Something like that. And Higashi's like, "You what, mate?" and that starts a fight. Because I need to have it connected to Kaku, because this whole section is the Kaku path. Well, this path is going to be without Kaku there. So there has to be a reason for Kaku to be here, and somehow it influences the plot. Although I can also do things which are like kind of misleading and like make the player feel like their action is doing something, but in reality it doesn't change much. But I don't know yet. So many things to consider when making this stuff. Now, what can they talk about while together? Because even though they're on the dance floor, I need to have them have some kind of conversation to make it feel like time is flowing in the game. And I'm not going to just do some random animations of them dancing. Or at least that's not just going to be a blank screen with them dancing. Gotta have some text. I don't know if you'd... Does a drunk person... What's the word? Is a drunk person aware of their drunkenness? If you got really drunk? I don't know, I guess it depends on the person, because I know some of my friends will be like, nah, I ain't drunk, when they're kinda drunk. But... although it can be hard to tell in real life. But in the story, I don't know. I'm gonna make it start talking in third person, like an actual baby? Do babies? I don't know. I might have to go to the door. I think I have a delivery. I will be back. Yeah, that was just a delivery, but anyway. I don't know if I should... She's not that drunk, is she? She had... Well, I did say she can't handle the alcohol that well. And what does she have? She had a shot, I think, right? Yeah, she had a shot, and she had her tequila sunrise. How much alcohol would that be? I'm really bad with knowing alcohols. So why did I choose to do this? Well, it's not like the game is around alcohol. You know, dramas definitely do start around alcohol. If you have bad drunk people. Luckily my friends are not bad drunk people. I don't think she'd be this drunk. I don't know. Even if she can't handle alcohol that well. What? I guess there's some people who are this bad at handling drinks. Guess she took a shot, which... that wouldn't be enough. No, I'm not gonna make her this drunk. But I guess... I keep saying I guess, don't I? Her personality without drinking is already pretty bubbly. So maybe she just... it's just how she is. I guess... now I'm aware of it every time I say it, I guess. But... this is a story, so it doesn't really matter how unrealistic it is. I don't know, because I want it to be fairly realistic, like you'd believe that this happened or is happening, and I don't want to do anything which would break your story believability. But making her someone who just cannot handle any drinks would definitely be interesting, right? I'm not too sure what's the best way to think about doing a visual novel like this. Like, should I have the goal for each day already in my head and then work kind of backwards, like try and reach the goal? Or currently I'm just pretty much making it up as I go, which is probably not the best. I think I'm doing alright though, considering I'm making it up as I go. Like, I definitely have certain plot points or certain moods that I'm trying to achieve through these sections, but I don't have anything concrete to that I'm trying to achieve may be a problem. I just know that something bad should start in this bar scene, which won't be anything too dramatic, but it just plants a seed into what this game's about, which is you having to deal with situations and trying to stop them and things. Which would mean that all of these, I guess the first day should be pretty linear. I don't know. Or I mean, some other drama will have to happen in this section without Kaku, but I'm not too sure what would happen. Maybe in this one, Denki. What? Did I give a personality to Drunk Denki yet? No, I didn't really. So many things to think. Okay, this could be a decision. I don't know if I'm packing too much into the first day. But I do want to make your decisions, like make your story feel like it's your own. So that's why I'm trying to put in a lot of decisions, because I know when I've played visual novels in the past, there's like a point in the story where I'm like, I'd like to make a decision here. Or like, I wouldn't really say that, so I'd like to say something different. But the story just doesn't give you an option. So I'm trying to give as many options in places where I think a player would want to try and change how it's going. So that's why I'm giving so many options, but I don't know if that's cramming too much into it. I guess after the first section, which I still think I do have to spread out a bit more, I think after this section it does start to get a bit longer between decisions and stuff. So this is like a super long section without making a decision. So I think we're doing alright now. Then we got this decision, then we got this one, and this one. So I think we're doing alright with it. I don't know, we got... This has to change. It has to become longer, or this has to become more decisions, and I don't think adding heaps of decisions is a good idea. And I guess this one... Oh, right. The reason this is a long path is because you're not making a decision, you have to text Fuck. But I also have, I don't think I've done it yet, but I have to specifically tell the player that, like, in a casual way, like, hey, if you remember that you can text us anytime you want, and we'll reply or something. To make sure the player knows that they can text the other characters pretty much no matter where they are in the story, as long as they're not right in front of you. Although I can probably put an Easter egg, like if you text a person right in front of you or something, they're like, why are you texting me? I'm right here. Anyway, let's continue with this. If we do show you can handle it, we're gonna make it so you'll get quite a bit tipsy. And maybe you'll have to leave the bar or leave the club, which means you won't even be able to help or even see the fight at all. I don't know if I'll do that yet. I realize that, like, you can't see the text unless I zoom in. And even when I zoom in, it's quite hard to see. But so if we say that's not a good idea, then we keep her from getting more drunk. And I guess a bit after that, we can start the fight. See. And the we should stick together one. I don't think I'm going to make any options for us to stop Higashi from fighting. I think he's just going to fight no matter what. I know I just talked about giving the player enough decisions, but I also got to make sure that the player faces some major dramas. I can't let them avoid everything, although that would be a cool I guess, pacifist kind of path, where you don't get into any dramas, but I think that kind of makes the story boring. if you don't get into any dramas, or at least big dramas. So I will probably force the player to get into this fight, and I think I've given them enough diverging part to be satisfactory. I might give some option here, but it won't affect if you'll fight or not. And for this is a pretty long path without any options. This is not too long. That's actually probably how long all things should be. So people actually have a bit to read instead of just choosing options. I don't know. I guess that'll come down to much later on when I finish a large chunk of the story. Then I go back and see when I actually put it into the game if it's interesting, keep choosing options, or if it's boring and you'd rather just read more. But I'm nowhere near that. Let's just try and get something down and then later on fix it up. At least if I have this main idea of what I want to happen in the story, then I can go back and make it more interesting or more realistic and stuff. Listen. Better listen this time. I just don't. I just want to make your choice actually mean something. But also make her like still be like drunk, so it's like she's not making much sense, like you're not the boss of me, but that'll listen. Just to make her seem like she's still a bit out of it, but she'll still follow you. It would be cool as a mechanic later on in the story if like that'd be actually pretty cool. I'm gonna write that down. If you choose a path where you get really drunk yourself, some of your options get obscured, or like you might choose one option but you'll actually say something completely different. Could be interesting. Where would I put this? I guess dramas. But I'll change the color so I know it's different. I guess drinking will be quite a big part of the story, even though it's like kind of weird, but drinking, like, I guess drinking is a social thing for most people. Not for me, really. But people have drinks and stuff. I feel like we're going to visit the Jaguar bar quite a lot, as long as you stay friends with Hikashi, I think. If the protagonist gets too drunk, story options may become obscured. How do you spell obscured? Obscured. Or when you choose an option or actually say something completely different to what you just. I think that would be a cool kind of mechanic. That would only happen if you got really drunk. But we're still in the start. So this is trying to just establish things going on. I still haven't even done these. So what drinks you choose. But actually these will probably just be a shortcut to down here, I think. I don't want to make too many branching paths, at least not in the first chapter, first day. So yeah, choosing these options will probably just shortcut you to here, although maybe choosing a vodka shot or something. Maybe absinthe. Didn't Grumpy before say absinthe is way more strong compared to vodka and stuff. So maybe if you take an absinthe shot, you'll be drunk enough to unlock the drunk mechanic of the game. Just to test it out. We'll see. I don't know where I'd take their conversation from there. Maybe learn a bit more about Kaneko while we have her alone, because I think I've covered pretty much everyone now. So we got some alone time with Kaku and Denki. I have some alone time with Hikori. We could move the Hikori thing to like one of these options. Like maybe you grab a drink and sit down with her for some reason. Guess it wouldn't make too much sense that way either. We'll see. But yeah, we've covered Denki, Kaku, talking with Hikori a bit more. We got Kaneko now, so we'll do something with Kaneko, and then I don't know if we'll do something with Higashi yet. Probably take another shot. I said brandy here. Now here's where I have to think. Should I make it so if she gets too drunk, either she gets so drunk that she gets in trouble and has to get kicked out, and since you're with her, you'll be kicked out as well. Or do we just make it that she gets too drunk that we have to take her home? Well, if she gets kicked out, I guess we do have to take her home anyway. And if you get kicked out, you'll miss out on the fight. Oh, there's so many things I'm trying to juggle. Because I also did say... oh, okay, maybe I won't do that then. Because I remember saying that, if we chose to hang out with Gashi and Kaneko, then Kaku would leave the bar because you're not with him. But we need Kaku to stay for the fight. Yeah. We need Kaku to stay for the fight. So maybe the Denki and Kaku were just having a jolly good time. And we don't have to worry about them then until the fight. Yeah, I guess that can work. So this one will be... we will probably get kicked out of the bar. And this one is... you'll stay and be able to see the fight. And this one also you get to stay and see the fight. And these will also stay. So these 4 boxes should reconvene at the fight, I think. Well, this one, you will leave, but you get to spend even more time with Kaneko. And maybe even take her home to her house. And I don't know. Everyone, I'm pretty sure, is living by themselves in like dorm rooms or something. I think I'll leave it like that. Dorm rooms or their own apartments and stuff. They're not living with their parents in this scenario. Just to make it so they're all more independent and like don't have anyone looking after them, so more trouble can happen. Yeah, so I guess I'll just mark this here so I don't forget. What was this thing again? This was about... oh yeah, that was about Akori. Alright, things to remember. Either Kaneko getting kicked from the bar. And also Gashi getting into a fight in the Jaguar bar. Although I think in real life, if you got into a fight in a bar, you'd probably be banned from it, right? Or at least suspended for a few months or something. But I don't think we're gonna do that, because anyway, Higashi is friends with the people at the bar, so maybe that just gives him a bit of a leeway to get out of trouble. But right now, at least in this part, you're pretty much just look after your drunk friends. The game. Doink. Now, I'm not too sure what other actions or options you could have for this path, but I know that you're gonna get kicked out. And I guess this fight's not gonna... Higashi's fight's not gonna actually cause too much drama. It's just like, obviously a fight's not a good thing. But I think it's gonna be just a small fight, mostly with words. Not much punching or anything, I think. Just to make sure, like again, this is the first day. This is just to set the scene, like, you could fight, but it's gonna be okay this time. But maybe next time, it won't be as nice, and bad things would happen if it escalates. I've gotten quite a bit of the story now, like if you look, this is quite a bit, I think. It'll be at least a 10 to 15 minute read, or maybe not, I don't know. Depends on how quick you read, I guess, but it'll take a while, a decent amount of time. Okay, this is a good path to go down. Well, it's not supposed to be a good path. She's kind of getting a bit aggravated, I guess. Going from being all happy and stuff. But she had a shot of vodka, but it didn't feel like it was much. So she wants another. And I think you can see where this is going. I think she'll just get kicked out now, like she'll just be complaining that she wants another and he'll be like, no, I think you've had enough. Yes. Would that be long enough for this storyline? I think so. Anyway, it's gonna go off a bit longer. I'm making too many parts now though, I think. I don't know, I definitely gotta make some converge back together. Or something. Because these are all like all over the place now. The only good thing is that there is more text in between most things. Okay, I have to keep remembering what I said because, like, what I decide to do because I keep going in tangents and stuff. So for this one, you will get the ability to try and persuade him to not start a fight. But in this one, you're not going to get any chance and just go straight to the fight. Maybe you'll try to persuade him, but even no matter what you try, it's not going to do anything. Am I even doing it? Is it Stwong? Doesn't really matter. Stwong or Swang? I guess it would be Stwong. Alright, I'm gonna change that. It would be Stwong. Where else does she say that? No, I keep forgetting that. I'll save it in enough. What was the bouncer's name? Sarichi or something? I think he's gonna come in and ask us to leave. Yeah. Sarichi. What's the time in real life? Alright, I got plenty of time to keep streaming. I'm not sure if how long more I will go though. It's really hard to keep going when no one's watching. Like, just people watching gives me the motivation to keep going. Even if it's just one person. Kinda hard to just stream for a long time by yourself. Even when I'm doing something that I find interesting. Anyway. Was Sarichi the one that kept saying dude? pretty sure. He's the only other character we have right now. Oh, he said man. Do they have dorms in university? Or apartments? What would you call it? So... friend's house is where to put that. Friend, rich person, house is Corey's house. I'm gonna make, I guess Kaneko lives in a dormitory. Don't know how you spell it. No. Dormitory. I'm not sure if we should continue this more or just like leave it there and that's the... I guess that's the end of the night, but... this storyline, you get cut short, kind of. And then, I think at the end of every day, or at the end of some days, I'm gonna have him relaxing in his bed at the end of the day and like maybe looking at his phone or something, or just reflecting on the day, talking about it. So this part, I think he's gonna be in his bed at the end of the day and he's gonna get text messages about like, yo, bro, I just got into a fight at Jaguar Bar, you missed out. Stuff like that. Get it back into a RAM. We'll make it fairly late, I think. Maybe like 11 p.m. I don't know what's late for people. I go 11 p.m.'s late for me. Well, let's go with 12 a.m. So we stayed out fairly late. What time? Well, I guess I didn't really give a time. This is Monday night. And I just said after and stuff. I guess they... Although this one, she's cut short, so maybe we'll just change it to an earlier time, maybe 11 p.m. 10 p.m. So when we get to a room, I guess we'll have a bit of a chat. She'll just be drunk and we'll just leave her there. Promises, promises. And if 2 shots of vodka is not enough, or 2 shots of whatever brandy and then vodka is not enough to get her drunk, we can just add another one of her asking for a drink and getting it, and then asking again and not getting it. That should be an easy fix. I'm not too sure what should be her limit, but I'd say a tequila sunrise, a shot of brandy, and a shot of vodka would be enough to get someone tipsy, especially if she can't handle drinks that well. I think so. I don't even know, maybe I'll do 2 shots of vodka instead of the brandy. I don't know. Still figuring out all those kind of details, especially when I have limited knowledge about drinks. But yeah. I guess the protagonist is kind of me. Because well, not that I've done this, but I don't drink and I'm like, I have to look after all my drunk friends. Kind of. And I guess I'm writing the story, so it's pretty much from my perspective and stuff. I'm trying to add like different perspectives and thinking of it from other people's views and things like that, to make it not like it's just me as a character. But currently it's kind of just me as a character with like exaggerations and stuff to my personality. But obviously I'm adding options. I'm not going to choose every option if I was the real character. So yeah, the options give different paths, which aren't really me, so that creates variety. But yeah, obviously the paths which I would usually take, I can write better, because I just have to kind of write how I would handle it. I guess all of these are kind of how I'd handle it, even if I choose a bad path. Like, how would I handle them just drinking more, or not drinking more, or getting into a fight, or whatever. Anyway. Then we'll go to protagonist apartment. This one's kind of like a third path now. Like we have the path without Kaku coming to the bar. We have the path with Kaku coming to the bar. Then we have the path of Kaneko getting kicked out of the bar. Great. I should actually add a bit of randomization too. The time, right? Make it a bit more believable. I should probably add some timestamps and things. Okay, I guess they're gonna start. It's gonna be at the bar quite a while then, even though, because it should be starting at like 6 or 7 p.m. I think. So they're at the, then we'll, I guess, they'll actually get into the bar at 8 something. Which is like a 30-minute wait just to get into this bar. Which, if it's a busy bar, is be believable. And we're gonna make this like the bar of the city or whatever. The bar where like, most people go to. I already put, okay. So it starts at 10 AM. This is quite a long day. Classes and stuff. But anyway, for a university it definitely is. From like 10 AM till actually we'll make it like 10. So classes start at 11. So 11 till like 7. That's like what long? That's 8 hours. That'd be 2 lectures, maybe. Nah, the lectures on that 2 hours at the most. Yeah, I don't know. You definitely have breaks in between and stuff like that, so it could balance out. I don't know if I'll like have them talking in between breaks of the classes or something. I don't know. We'll see. So actually they'll get kicked out of the bar. At like 10 something, 10:36. So it takes them a while to get back to her place. Because this is all walking. That's a bit long for a walk. They couldn't be too far away from the university. I'm pretty sure they're all going to be living around. the area of the university. This is near the university as well, stuff like that. Am I going into too much detail? Thinking about how long it takes for them to walk between places? Actually. So we're gonna get messages at this time from maybe Kaku and Agashi. So I might leave my stream there for now. But we're gonna do like, I might do this on stream, depends on how good I am at being productive. But yeah, we'll have Kaku maybe first message you like, protagonist, bad things be happening at the bar. And like, what's going on? And like, you know. And then later on Agashi will text me, yo, bro, I almost punched this guy out. Alright. Something like that. We'll see. I'll end it there. I could keep going, but like I said, kind of lose motivation when no one's watching. And I think I streamed a decent amount of time. So, yeah, we got quite a bit of progress. We got this part, actually, okay, we didn't do that much. We got this part done. Which is not actually that. We got pretty much this path done. Which will finally... This is finally the end of the first day. Once we finish this. And I don't have that long to finish this. That's the end of the first day. Then I just have to finish all these parts to actually complete the first day in like every single path decision you can make. And then we can move on to the second day. Alright, well, thank you for watching, anyone who did. And I will see you next time on See Who's Live. Bye!